What up, sister?
What up,
Hey, hey,
y'all?
hey.
Hey everyone.
Hey, Bones. What are you doing, girl, girl?
Ooh, you had to
Oh,
do that,
shit.
Mimi.
Oh, shit. Oh,
We
well.
already have people in the building. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are on
Okay,
episode
sis.
5 already. I cannot believe we're on episode 5. This is crazy.
Hi,
Um,
Brittany Boo. Hi, Cece.
Ty
Miss
and
Shirley.
Shirley.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. So on this stream, we are going to be talking about all things parenting.
We're gonna be talking about all things parenting, y'all. Like I said, we are on episode 5. I cannot believe we've been doing this for 5 weeks now. It's crazy how when you're doing things that you enjoy and you're being organic and authentic, that it just is copacetic and it just flows. Like I'm loving this journey with my sisters, and I love the fact that we're able to come on here every week and talk to y'all. We have been getting a lot of DMs about suggestions regarding like certain things to talk about on our live series. So please don't think that we're ignoring y'all. We had a schedule of topics that we wanted to talk about. So as we are now rolling out our schedule, we have been taking your topics and we will be going over those as well. Okay.
So this week again, we're going to be talking about all things parenting, just a plethora of things regarding that subject. How we all discipline our children, co-parenting, dating, making sure we spend quality time with our significant others. So we're just going to pretty much just cover all tracks of things of parenting. Sorry, y'all. I know that I am not on live with my sisters. I'm having some technical difficulties, but next week y'all will see my face.
And y'all know I'm
Um,
going to tap in and out for, you already know.
All right, y'all. So let's get into it. Parenting. Um, for me, when it comes to discipline, I that is not my strong suit. I don't really have a grasp on the whole discipline aspect of things. I'm all bark, no bite. So with my kids, it's pretty much they see me and I may like holler or scream at them, but they know that mama's not gonna have any type of follow up. So that leaves my kids thinking that I am pretty much a pushover. So I would love to just hear you guys' ideas and how you guys approach parenting when it comes to disciplining your little ones.
You
So
want to
for
go first?
me, I am I am against the W word. I am against it. I feel like it depends on your child or your future
Yeah.
children. Like I remember growing up and getting those and how I felt and like, not like, oh my God, I was so angry, but it was just more so like, dang, if you would have just talked to me, I probably would have changed my behavior.
Yeah. That's what my
Um,
son said.
yeah. And so I just feel like it just depends on the child. I do know that some children need a little extra oomph, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like an abuser doing that. I'm just gonna be completely honest with y'all. Like, if
Are
I
you
cannot,
serious?
I'm serious. If I cannot hit an adult without going to jail, I should not be able to hit a child without going to jail. That's just my personal opinion
Wow.
on it. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that everybody should follow that because, like I said, I
But
got
do
plenty.
you look at the kids that have you ever seen some kids outside and you be like, you could tell you could tell you get no discipline. You gotta know this how I look at it. I'm not big on just the big old W, you know what I mean? But I do feel like when it comes to danger, when it comes to my rules as far as and don't open my door or anything that can cause my child harm, oh yeah, you might have to get a spanking for that, because that needs to be instilled into your head that when I say don't open my door, I mean don't open my door. When I say look both ways before you cross the street, that's what I mean. You know what I mean? So I think you have to put it where it needs to go. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be there every time. You may have to do taking away things or punishment, or I like to do book work. So if my son gets in trouble, he knows. Find a documentary, and I know he hates it, but get you a documentary or get the Bible. Read the Bible. You know what I mean? There are other ways besides the W to do, but I do believe that it is needed at certain times.
Yeah, and I'm not
depending on the child.
And Cece makes a good point. She said it depends on the situation. I will pop her. See, pops and the W word, in my opinion, are completely different. Because baby, I'm a tap you, I'm a pop you, but I'm not getting no belt.
So you don't feel like there's no reason that you should give a strong belt? You should pull out the belt.
No, I do think that there are warranting. Like, like right now, I'm instilling in my oldest not to lie, because lying is the worst thing that you can do. Like, being a liar is the worst.
That's the number one. That's the number one ass whooping thing, and that's not ass whooping in my household.
Yeah, your word is your bond. So we've had this conversation. My oldest is 7, so she knows when I say do not be a storyteller, don't be lying. So it's like, now we're at that point. If she continues, I may have to.
Oh yeah, you get your ass whooped.
Resort to other revenues. But I talk to my children, and I'm big on, this is not how we act in our house. This is not how I raise you, and this is not how you're going to represent me. And I feel like when you put that in perspective with your children, and you tell them that not only do you represent yourself, but you represent me, your father, and a host of others in your family, and we do not condone this behavior. I feel like that gives them a responsibility and a mature understanding of, dang, they look up to me. They know that, well, I look up to them, and I know that I want to be like my mommy when I grow up. Well, mommy ain't a liar, so don't be lying.
Agree.
Yeah, for me personally, it's not that I disagree with the W word. It's just not my strong suit. Like, I'm just so.
Do you feel guilty if you do it? Because I do. I
yes and no.
I feel guilty sometimes. I feel guilty every time. So I wait probably a little bit. I don't do it right afterwards, but I wait a little bit because I don't have to hit my child often. Thank God, he's a good kid. But if I do, I wait a little bit, and I just be like, all right, Lord Jesus, I want to hit my baby. Let me go talk to my child and tell him why I hit him and why it was, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to hit your babies, of course not. But sometimes, like I said, I feel like it's needed.
Yeah, I just feel like
needed. It definitely is, and I definitely rely on my kid's dad to do the disciplining, and I probably shouldn't do that. But it's not because I feel guilty or anything.
We both said no. We shook our head both on that one. Pooh, like,
I feel like
that's probably just how we raised.
I think
so. The reason, for while they're young, I don't mind their dads whooping them, right? Or the W word. But however, as they get older, because I have girls, so as they get older, I don't want their dads to be whooping on them, because I don't want them to correlate that to a form of love or discipline. I just don't feel like as they get older, they don't need to be getting whooped by their dads. But as they're adolescents and little girls, sometimes that spanking is needed.
But see, that bass in little girls, like hearing their dad's bass, they don't even need to get a whooping. Like me, I am against it. Y'all know we was raised by our dad. And when he whooped me, I just felt like his whoopings was just too harsh. Like, it hurt.
I feel like the men hit different. They're just
they light is not mommy light.
It's not a light. So I just feel like, and maybe that's just because a sexist thing. I have been whooped by the man hitting the girls. Just hitting the kids, period. You know what I mean? Even the boys, they can be a little strong on, you know what I mean? And I shouldn't be like that, but
yeah. No, I agree. Devin he will put the fear of the Lord in them. He will, hey, y'all better stop that. but he's not touching
Yeah.
them. And if he
Yeah.
ever tried it, I think we would have to have a serious coming to Jesus moment, because he knows I'm against that. Like,
Yeah.
when we talked about it, I let him know, and he doesn't even like whoopings. Devin grew up with literally maybe 3 whoopings his whole life. He's not for whoopings either. But you know, when the kids is trying you, I'm like, yeah, you better not touch my kids, because we have a problem.
Right. For
Don't,
real.
I'm not
Nobody.
letting
I
you.
tell my child every day, hey, don't nobody oversee you but Jesus. Then it's me. Everybody else don't matter. So don't listen to nobody else. If it ain't Jesus, if it ain't God, don't worry about it, baby. It's Jesus, mama, daddy. Then it goes down the line.
Yeah.
So do y'all think
Lovely.
that since we were younger and we all got the W word, do you guys think that shaped us in a more humbling and responsible way?
No. I don't. I feel like I was gonna be the same regardless, because
Hmm.
even though I got whoopings, we was taught to be a certain way, because we represented our family. Like, grandma was very big on that, and I still remember the lessons that she taught us and the things that she would say to us.
Yeah, I just for the
I don't
fact
feel like,
it was.
yeah, I don't
I
feel
think it
like,
was just lessons. It wasn't always like a actual whooping. I don't ever remember. Mama didn't hit us like that because we were girls, first of all, and she always said she didn't want to get us used to being hit on by anybody, whether that be a
yeah.
man or a woman. You don't just want to get used to being somebody putting their hands on you in that type of way. So it was only, like I said, for danger moments. You know what I mean? It wasn't always, you know what I mean? You just getting hit. It wasn't. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and it's some parents that, the old school mentality, they really live by the power of the belt. Like, especially like grandparents. I know I talk to some older people, and they be like, "Oh, she would have did that. I would have popped her." Oh, you whoopings, whoopings, whoopings. And I'm like, "Well, damn, what else is y'all doing?" Like, I get
Yeah.
it, 'cause I'm not telling people how to parent, but for me, I'm like, I got talked to. I got I got light conversations. I got harsh conversations. I got even harsher conversations, and then I
Hmm.
got my butt whooped. So it's like I got a little bit of everything, but I knew what not to do after a certain while, especially when it came to my dad disciplined me. I'm like, okay, common sense knows not to keep doing this, so I wouldn't do
Right.
it.
And
And
I
then I
think
was,
everyone has certain rules in their household. So you knew what you
mhm.
could do and you knew what you couldn't do. And you knew, you know what I mean, what would get you in trouble for real, for real. So I think that has a lot to do with it too.
And I
Yeah.
was such a
Okay. Are
sensitive.
you our husband as well, Audrey? My husband knows that ain't gonna work.
She's saying she don't
Okay.
want him to whoop either. My mama used to be a big woman, and she would sit on my back facing my booty to spank me. I can't I couldn't breathe or scream. I still want to press charges for that. I used to do the drop roll before.
You know, but you know who used to always get out of their whoopings? Normandy.
Normandy. Normandy.
Normally, you would
Normity.
hide
Normandy.
under the bed when it was time for you to get your whoopings. I would be so mad. Like, get her from up under that bed. Like, I'm finna get her.
No. One day she was being disrespectful, and my daddy, our daddy worked overnights. So he slept during the day. He came, and Nordy was in the yard. She knew what time it was. She took off running. She like, hell no. Nordy is a track star, y'all. She's bad. She sprinted down this hill, y'all, and around the corner, because she was not trying to get a whooping, because she knew she was being disrespectful. My grandma was like, no, I think was it grandma or grandpa? They was like, Norm, you keep trying, and I'm gonna tell your daddy. And Norm was like, yeah, thinking he's not gonna come because he works nights. He popped up real quick. Nordy looked, and she jetted. She was running. She avoids all whoopings at all costs.
But then, so if we're gonna go back in memory lane, there was one time when Audrey was gonna get a whooping, and we was on our way to our father's house for the weekend, and she put a sign up behind the window of the car that said "Help."
I
She
sure
Oh,
wrote
did.
a sign that said "Help," and she put it in front of the window as we were driving to his house. Like, it goes both ways. But I think for me, I was so sensitive that all my dad had to do was look at me or cuss at me, and I was bawling.
Mhm.
I was so
Mhm.
terrified.
I
Like,
remember a good ass whooping. I ain't gonna lie. I was at the park. I was being grown, y'all, real grown. Caught myself talking crazy to this little girl, and the little girl went and told her mama. And the mama came to me, and I got to rolling my neck and doing the whole like you ain't my mama or whatever. we stayed in some apartments, and somehow I don't know how, y'all. The lady got to mama before I could. So when I walked in the house, y'all, she was sitting down talking to mama. You know, mama, she like, bring your motherfucking ass on in here. Come on in here. I'm like, oh my God. She like, you already know what time it is. She like, go on, pick a switch. I'm like, y'all know picking the switch has gotta be it's the mental.
Yeah,
It's the
true.
mental that you want,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? So it's like, oh my God, I gotta pick the right switch, and you know what I mean? My mama's not gonna play, so I went and picked the switch, y'all. She braided it up. Mama was old school. She braided the switch. I didn't just have to pick one switch. I had to pick like 3 or 4
Mm-mm.
switches, and it better be a good switch, honey. I never some ass whoopings you never forget, and that's one that stained my memory forever. And all because I was being disrespectful to a grown up. Now she wasn't tripping off the kid. She like, you'll never disrespect an adult as long as you live. And from
Mm-hmm.
that day, I really sit back and think about like, ooh, while I'm in public, even with an older person, I have to stop back and think like, this is an older woman. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Let me
Maybe
just
you
calm
remember
Oh
that
no, I'm
down.
time.
grown now. You old, you can
I
give it
know,
to
but
me.
I still
How
look
you
at it
take
like, you know what I mean?
it.
Sometimes, old people just old people. You have to just
No, and they're
really,
mean as hell, and they
and I just
disrespectful. They
let yeah,
have that.
I
Mm-mm.
just gone past them. I just gone. Some of them be senile. They got problems. They hey, you know what I mean. So I don't even y'all old. You know what I mean. So
I'm with you on that, Mimi. Do you
I
remember
ain't
that
because
time
I
when
don't
I
know
got a
how I'm gonna be
whooping?
when I get old.
Do you remember that time when I got a whooping? I told the school.
Oh yeah, honey.
I'm
Mama could have
traumatized
killed
by
you
whooping.
then.
Yeah, I'm traumatized by whooping, so I don't gravitate to it and whooping my kids. Like, and I guess that's just from trauma of me. And I didn't get
Mm-hmm.
them that much because, as my sister said, I ran, or I locked myself in the bathroom. I avoided it at all costs.
No, when I
But
heard about people getting hit with like extension cords and stuff like that, like
Rollers.
I thought that was abuse.
that no, that is a form because that's
Like
technically
I just be
hard.
like, but if I continue to get older, as we got older, y'all, and teenagers, we got choked.
Yeah, I had that experience too.
I'm not even gonna lie, it didn't go from a whooping, it went from a, you know what I mean? By this time we were 16, 17, you know what I mean? We smelling our little selves and we thinking we grown, so you can't pull out no belt. My son is 200 and something pounds, y'all. So me hitting him with a belt or he's gonna stand there. He's full of steel. I gotta pick up something on him. I tell him that all the time. I say, you gonna make me pick up something, baby. I can't just, and I ain't even gonna lie to you, because nowadays kids don't have no fear of God in them. These kids will try you. These kids will disrespect you. So that's
Okay,
when I
so
go back to,
speaking of
do
that,
you,
when we don't discipline them or we don't give them, the W word, do
you
we
got to
come?
put some type of fear of God in
Do
them,
we
some
do
type
we
of
get
way.
do we get the issue of them becoming spoiled, or since they're knowing like, oh, my parents don't do XYZ, because obviously kids they catch up on game, like, oh, my daddy, by this time he's never whooped me, my mama, she doesn't spank me, like none of those things happen, they just talk good talk, but they don't do anything. So do we follow up with that issue of them now becoming spoiled?
See, we all was spoiled growing up. There was not much that we didn't want that we didn't get.
But
Just low
spoiled
key.
is different from entitled. And I don't
Right.
even like
So,
saying spoiled. I like saying love. We
right.
was
I was
loved.
loved.
You know what I mean? We was loved.
No,
But
we were spoiled. I was
but
spoiled.
I say spoiled, not love, because it's a difference from entitlement. We didn't walk around entitled and, oh, you gotta give me this, or I have to have this, or it's mine, mine, mine. We didn't have that type of attitude. I still don't. And my child is very spoiled and loved, but he does not have an entitlement attitude. And you do have those kids that where you gotta give me this, and it's like, oh
My
no, you
kids are
finna get
like
your ass
that.
whooped.
My kids
No,
are
you
like
finna get
that.
your
And I
ass
was
whooped.
like that as well. I think if we
Oh no,
could
you finna get your ass whooped.
no, I think if
You
we're
too
all
strong, baby.
no, I think if we just have, take some type of accountability or just self reflect. Yeah, I definitely was that way. If we had a field trip,
You want
ask
me to
any of my
you
friends. Asking my friends, I had to have a new outfit for a field trip. I
that
had
was
to.
you.
I had
Mama
to.
couldn't
My
break you for
father
whatever reason.
my father
and
made me get a
Robbie's the
job.
same way. Robbie is
Ooh,
hard.
baby. Yeah,
Yeah, I had my
yeah.
daddy made me get a job because he was like, I'm not supporting these habits. You want new
No.
shoes 24/7. You want new clothes. buy them yourself. So I had to
My
get a
son
job.
wears my son wears new clothes and new shoes like all the time, y'all, and he doesn't give a damn. I can honestly say he's very spoiled. He has everything that he wants. He's an only child, so there's not nothing that he don't. But he does not have that attitude to where you can be like, "Oh my God, he's just disrespectful." That's disrespectful in my
But
eyes.
I think it depends on how you were raised. Like we were raised to mind our manners and make sure that we speak to our
True,
parents with
true,
respect. So it comes
true,
off as the
true.
children that are spoiled, that are disrespectful to their parents, is because their parents allow them to be on the equal level field. Like the whole,
Oh
that's
yeah,
my best friend. My kids are not my best
yeah,
friend.
yeah,
Low key, if I had a choice, it wouldn't even be my friend. Like they're my kids. Period.
yeah.
Point blank. I
Period,
love them
period.
dearly. Love them with my whole heart, but ain't nothing about them my friend. We are not on the same level field. I'm instilling them all the things that they need to know, but they ain't gonna ever hear my mouth, you are my friend, because we're not friends.
Right.
Friends is someone that I chose. You are my child. I birthed you. No. I make friends at work. I make friends at school. I make friends on YouTube. I didn't make you my friend. You're 3. We're not friends. We're not friends. That's the ones that be over here like, mommy, shut up. I wish my kid would tell me to shut up.
Ooh,
You know
honey,
me.
it's gonna take God. It's gonna take now, baby. I tell my child all the time, I will take you out. I'll take you out. And y'all probably like, this girl is crazy, but like I said, these nowadays these children do not fear you, and if you don't fear the parent, you don't respect the parent. And I think that's what it was back in the day. We feared our mother and our father, so that's where the respect came. You know what I mean? So it's like, now if you don't fear me, you're not going to respect me. You're not going to care. So I take you out. Like I'll take you out, and I'll do my time, because I will not have you disrespect me. I will not have you, you know what I mean, put your hands on me or make me feel any type of way. I will take you out and do my time willingly with no problem. And
I
I
agree with
mean that.
that.
You know what I mean? You will honor me. You will respect me. As
But I'm
long as especially if I'm respecting you and honoring you. I'm doing my job as a mother. Now you get some people that don't are not good mothers. You know what I mean? But I can't speak on that. I'm a damn good mother. I go above and beyond. So if I'm asking you to do something or I'm telling you to do something, you need to do it. And if I get any lip or any type of attitude, oh yeah, there will be repercussions, because like I said, I'm big on respecting your parents, no matter what they may do in life or how they may do it. You only get one set of parents.
That's true.
So you don't believe that your child can equally say to you like, "Hey, mom, I don't like that you did this."
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
he has a
absolutely.
voice. Of course, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, shut your mouth," or "You can't talk," or give me your opinion about how you feel about certain things. No, that's not how it works. Tell me how you feel. I want to know what's going on. But I have the last say so when it comes to all when it comes
Right,
to
but I'm not
everything.
gonna discredit my children's feelings though. Like if they feel
True,
like
true.
what I did bother them, especially if I'm teaching
Yeah.
them values, morals, and respect, it has
Right.
to be a two-way
Right.
street. And I feel like a lot of generational curses are bedded off or rooted in the whole, because I said so, I'm the adult, I'm automatically right, you're wrong, I don't care type mentality. And I never want to be that for my child. Like I always want to be an open door with boundaries, as far as if you
Hmm.
feel like I hurt you and you feel like something's bothering you, you can always come to me, and I will
Right.
apologize, because that's the right thing to do, and I'm telling you to do the same thing. So why can't I do it to my own child? Now I'm gonna always allow my children to tell me how they feel regarding myself. And then I
Yeah,
do ask
I
my
agree.
kids, like, is there anything that I can do to be better?
Yeah,
How do
yeah.
you
I
feel
asked my
about
child
mine?
that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was just like, "No, mama." I'm like, even when I yell at you or kind of get a little upset sometimes, he like, "No," because if I change that, I'll be changing everything about you. He like, I love it all.
Oh,
He
that's so
like, I'm
sweet.
like, oh, I know. I'm like, give me a hug. I just love you so much. My baby's 15, so it's like I said, I tapped them. I whooped them. You whoop them when they little. That way, you don't have to do so much when they bigger. You know what I mean? But I feel like the ones that's grown and out of control, you could tell they didn't get no tappings and ass whoopings when they was little. They didn't get that tough love. I can't love and kiss on you without tapping you every now and then either. I think it's all a part. It all goes together, in my opinion.
I wanted to talk about a comment that we have from Lovely Vibes. She said that her sister used to get. She said, "I watched my mom whoop or hit my sister bad, like for real, and in return, my sister now hits the heck out of her children, and it breaks her heart." Do y'all feel like this is common that y'all see in the households for families? Because I do. I feel like you
Yeah.
only reciprocate what you know, and
Yeah.
a lot of people,
True.
a lot of these kids are raising themselves. I'll be completely honest with y'all. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not talking about the kids. I'm talking about the parenting with social media, with parents just wanting to live their life. A lot of these kids are raising themselves. They're having way too much screen time, so it's fucking with their
Hmm.
brains. And a lot of them just want attention. And anybody that knows children knows that they regress if they don't get that attention. They act out just like anyone
Hmm.
because they're not able to
True.
verbalize how they feel. So a lot of these kids that we see that are not getting the attention that they deserve, they do haul off and hit their moms or hit the kids at school or act out, and their moms still don't give them attention, or their parents in general, not just
Yeah,
their
true.
moms.
You're right.
Don't give
You're
them
right.
attention,
You're
but
right.
just whoop them for abusively. And it's
Hmm.
like it
You
doesn't
gotta
be
love them. You gotta do it equally. You gotta do the love and the kiss. You gotta kiss them and hug them and give them the attention too. You can't just, you
exactly.
know what I mean, beat them and verbally abuse them as well. You know what I mean? That's big in the black household and mine as well. I had to learn, you know what I mean, not to do so much cussing. You know what I mean? The
Oh,
this,
I got
you know
a
what I
potty
mean?
mouth.
I have a potty mouth as well. It just comes natural, and you know what I mean. I try not to be. I be sitting back thinking like, "Oh Lord, babe," but it just comes out. And I try. I don't be direct when it comes to the cuss
Mhm.
words, but it is like sit your ass down or be
Oh,
quiet or
see,
you know
yeah,
what I
I try not
mean.
to cuss at my kids, but I do cuss in general. But I don't
That's what
cuss
I
at
said.
my
Not cuss at them, but I
Right.
will say a cuss word in a sentence like sit your ass down. It ain't gonna be no direct, but I do know
yeah,
people that directly
cuss their
directly
kids
will
out.
cuss their kids out, and I just be like, whoa,
That's a lot of,
that's a
mental
lot. So
abuse.
it's
That's a lot
like,
to handle. Cause I mean, like you guys, I
Yes,
speak,
the yelling.
I curse as well, but I do not be
Mhm.
cursing at my children like shut the f up or sit your mother
Yeah.
up and like I don't do
oh
none
yeah,
of
I
that.
say sit your motherfucking ass down. That motherfucker is probably one in my house. So, oh yeah, everything is a motherfucker. That ain't directed at the kids. That everything could be. That's a person, place, now thing. Everybody know motherfucker in the black community is just everything. So it ain't no sorry, Lord. So sit your ass on down, baby, honey. You
Hmm.
know, be quiet. But it ain't like no the B word or you
You're
know
not
what I mean.
degrading
Nothing
them.
as in yeah, yeah, nothing.
Exactly,
So
degrading your
yeah,
children.
yeah, yeah. And I do know people that will go like that, will do that to their kids. And I just be like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Especially if they have a bad day or if they have a men problem or friendship problem, the first people that they take it out on is their children. And I see it.
Yes.
I was like, baby,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all seen my status like a few weeks ago. I said, y'all be having the worst days possible at work. Your boss told you wasn't doing enough at work. You need to do better. And you come home and yell at poor little John for it. What the hell John
Mm-hmm.
do? John
Yeah.
didn't do nothing. Your boss, Leroy, told you to work. Little John is at school minding his
And
business.
and it's not only that. I think the pressures of just life. You know what I mean. Being a probably single mother, and you know what I mean, stressed out, having a lot of kids. You know what I mean. Money
True.
not right, vehicle. You gotta think about all of that just on one person.
So
And I
then that's
usually see it from a lot. You know what I mean, from the mothers with a lot of kids with no help, no family. You know what I mean, no good income. So
so then how so bringing it into this subject of parenting, but then when you having to co-parent, so when you have rules and regulations at one house, but then you have to co-parent and that child goes to another house, how do you navigate the co-parenting aspect? Because I know for me personally, my child was having a lot of pottying issues, and
mhm.
co-parenting back and forth, I could not get the swing of things because what I would do here, he would do differently over
Right,
there, and
right.
it took a lot of communication.
Yeah, I think that
Um,
happens in a lot of homes.
yeah. So how do you guys navigate? And fortunately for you, Audrey, you would not have this issue. But for Mimi, how did you navigate co-parenting with your son? Going back and forth between two homes.
For the most part, we tried to stay on the same page with our parenting. that's what I'm big on. You know what I mean? We had the same things, even if he was at his dad's house. Now, we like I said, we was on the same page with a lot of things, so we really didn't have that problem. When it comes to the step parents or not any of that, don't nobody put their hands on my child. You know what I mean? That's my number one rule. And you can love them, kiss them, hug them. You know what I mean? Treat them as your own, but just don't. You know what I mean? Put your hands on what's mine, and we'll be good. You
So
know.
did you allow her, the step parent, to discipline him in terms of your own punishment? Did you allow her to be a part of the co-parenting between you and the
Mm-mm.
dad?
Mm-mm. No. No. I did not. I did not. That's his daddy. That's what he's there for. I never did know she ain't got nothing to do with what I got going on. I mean, what we got going on. And she never did try either. You know what I mean? I think she stayed in her lane as well when it came to the parenting. You know, like
Did
I
she
said, you can hug her.
facilitate any meet like any time um when your son had to go with his dad? Like, was she the one trying to be involved? Like, did she set up meetings or anything?
Mm-mm. Well, she'll come around, because she's the wife, but she never said nothing. Everybody knew their place, and when they wasn't in their place, you know me,
She was not the wife
I
before
put
they
them
got
in their
married.
place.
They
So
broke up. I
they
I
was
was
together.
clarifying when you said she's the wife, like they are
Oh
now.
yeah, she's the wife now, but at first she wasn't. She was just a girlfriend, like I said. But she knew her place from the get go, and I feel like that's what everybody has a lane. Everybody stayed in their lane, and when those didn't stay in their lane, sometimes you gotta push them back. But
So when she
other than
became the
that,
wife, would you allowed her, when that title changed from girlfriend to wife, would you have allowed her, if she was wanting to be more a parent like to your son?
when it comes far as disciplining, no, no, you will never discipline. Nobody will ever discipline my child
Right.
besides me or his father. That's it. Like I'm not like ain't nobody else putting their hands on my child besides me or his daddy. Like I
Yeah, I'm
never
not even
play
gonna
none of
do it with
that. Like
grandparents.
yeah, I
I'm not
don't do
even
the
gonna do it.
grandparents. I don't do the aunties. Sorry, love y'all. But
No,
no,
I don't
nobody's
even want
hitting them.
to.
Nobody, you know what I mean? Nobody's putting their hands on my child but me and my or his daddy. And I barely want him to do it, to be honest. And he's a boy. I think he hit him like one time, y'all, and I called over there. I called over there and I just was like, don't you put your hands on him. Don't touch him. I hit him. You know what I mean? And
But see,
Buddha was
with
looking
that,
like,
I feel like with him being
I
a
know I
man,
was wrong. I shouldn't have did it, but like I said, like, that's just the mama bear in me. Like, this is my baby. You know what I mean? You not
right?
finna hit him. Ain't nobody finna hit him but me. I barely hit him. So, I
I
just
think
Me
with
ain't.
my
I'm a step parent and I don't with my step kids, but if all the kids are acting out, all of them have to be in trouble, not physically. Exactly. Like
Oh,
verbal
yeah.
and
Yeah.
reprimanding, like, go in your corner or, go in your avenue of the house is perfectly fine. But I couldn't personally, like I said, I don't even want the daddy to touch him. But my
Right.
kids are
Now she can
girls.
put him on punishment. She can take his phone. She can take his game. You know what I mean? Of course, she, like I said, she knows her place. I don't think she even wants to hit him. You know what I mean? That's the thing. So it's like we ain't. You know what I mean? Everybody know their lane. We all kind of parent the same. We all on the same page, and I think that's what it has to be. Everyone has to kind of be on the same page when it comes to how you parent and how you parent the kids, because I can't be on one page and he can't be on another, and then
Cece
she on
said,
something else.
Cece said, I agree, but I don't want her to allow my child to do anything that you wouldn't allow your own child to do. So, like, basically, Cece is saying, like, if they're all together, so her children and then her stepchildren, which is your son, is all together, and her
Hmm.
children are not allowed to do certain things, and the dad is gone, what would she be able to do with, how would she reprimand your son?
It's the same way. What you don't allow. It's her household. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
I get that as well. You know what I mean? He knows the rules. Like you be respectful when you go over there. You treat my house. You treat their house just like you do over here. You know what I mean? And you are to act the same way all the way around, no matter where you at. Whether it's mama house, sister house, auntie house, cousin house, grandma house, you represent me. So you are to act as such. And like I said, I'm sure she has rules over there like Grandma or TT Normandy or TT Audrey. You are to follow each and every one's rules. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Agreed. And I think I was a step parent for many, many years, and I practically had my ex step kids from when they were babies,
Juicy snoring over there.
horribly so.
I hear her.
And I never had to whoop them. I never, but I always, again, I don't whoop my own kids. But discipline was always very lightweight with me, but that's just how I was as a parent in general. It didn't waver because they were my like step kids. It was
Mm,
just how I was in general, if that makes sense. So I didn't
Right.
think twice about it, like, oh, let me, like, I never felt like I was walking on eggshells because I was a step parent, only because I was with them for so many years since they were babies. So I
right.
had that foundation of like, you know, you know what it is. I'm not necessarily your parent, but baby, I'm your parent at this point. So I never just felt like, oh, I would be like disrespectful to their dad or mom because they knew my heart, they knew my intentions.
Hmm. I agree. Even though I'm not, I don't know, I can't relate, but I agree with what y'all saying. Sounds good. And
I
I
don't
like
want to hit nobody else's kids. You know what I mean? Like I just never looked
no.
at. I never was one to want to put my hands on somebody else's kids. Like I
Right.
don't care. You know what I mean? And I've been around some bad ass kids. I ain't gonna lie. To make you want to just snatch them up. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? But I be like, long as you ain't saying nothing to me, if that's how you talk to your mama, that's how you talk to your mama. And if she allow that, that ain't got nothing to do with me,
Y'all
honey.
had never checked the kids at the grocery store? Because I'm sorry, sometimes I've had to be like, little girl, why are you talking to your mama like that?
Oh no,
Don't
I
do
don't get it.
it.
But mama like that. Mama like that. That's why I don't get it. I got peoples that let their kids talk to them raw, wet, and it's like at first I was like, you ain't gonna say nothing, and then
Yeah,
after a while you just sit
I
back and
experienced
look like, oh
that.
yeah, you like that shit. I ain't saying a motherfucking word. Hell no, I see you on Murray soon. I see her whooping your ass. Just don't come and tell me nothing. I don't want to hear it because I'm not the one that you can vent to about, oh, well, my child did this, and that, where you've been allowing it. You know what I
So
mean?
we all
It,
agree that it takes a village, to raise a child. We all agree with that. But do y'all ever have the instances where sometimes that village oversteps their place and oversteps their boundaries and
oh,
try to
yeah.
step in
Yeah.
and try to do parent like things, whether it's doing the children's hair or not
Yeah.
respecting your boundaries and things
Yeah.
like that? How
Yeah.
did you guys maneuver that? Because I do believe it does take a village to raise a child. But like you said, Mimi, everybody has to know their place. But I've definitely experienced my fair share of the village not knowing what their place is or stepping into a place that they don't belong in.
Yeah. I've had, so y'all know that um me and my family, we don't eat meat. We're pescatarian, so we eat seafood. I've had one of my daughter's family members give her a goddamn chicken bone when she was a baby to chew on while she was teething. And
I know you was.
this story is laughable now, but this is when Noelle was a baby. She wasn't even one yet. So that was 7 years, almost 7 years ago. So it's funny now, but when I tell you, when I found out, because they said it in such a cool manner, like, yeah, yeah, 'cause
Right.
I was talking about how it was a little girl at the park eating a chicken bone, and I was here, she was gonna choke. And she was like, I gave Noelle a chicken bone. And I was
Bitch.
like, you did what? And
But and she
because,
knew you was a
yeah, they
yeah,
knew
I
that
get
we didn't
it.
eat meat.
See, that's
So
disrespectful. See, that make you want to fight, like bitch,
I,
like
I was almost in tears because I felt scared to approach them, because this is not scared as far as like they was gonna hurt me, but this is not my family. Because at the time I was just a girlfriend, so I'm like, this ain't my family. I don't, because y'all know me, my mouth gets me in trouble a lot. So I'm
me
like,
too.
okay. So I instantly had to tell Devin, I'm like, such and such. And I mean, this relationship is close, y'all. This is a close relationship. This is a close relative. Think about immediate family. So I'm like, such and such gave Noelle a chicken bone, and he couldn't even believe it. She gave her a what? I'm like, a chicken bone. Y'all, we had to have a whole meeting, and Devin led it, and he was like, if you guys, and I was appreciative of it because even though I was thinking it, he said it, and he was like, if you guys disrespect our wishes again, you no longer will have access to Noelle. Because
Period.
here you knew it was wrong, and
Yeah.
then the question for us was, who the fuck was eating the chicken bone before y'all gave it to her? Why
Right.
are y'all? She didn't eat the chicken. She only ate the bone, or she was stuck on the
Right. But
bone.
still,
It was just so it to this day. I still think about it sometimes, and I'm like, this no, never could happen again. And that was the first and last time. So now I cover all the bases. When my kids go somewhere, they got their food, teething toys, hair comb, changing clothes, all that because I'm like, I don't want
yeah.
this problem
Yeah.
ever again. Ever
I
again.
had it one time, and I don't think it was about food. I think it was about me disciplining my child over my in-laws house, my over his family's house. And someone said something, and I'm the type of person, I am straightforward
Mm-hmm.
immediately. I'm very direct immediately. When you meet me, I tell you my do's and the don'ts when it comes to my child. So, and I'm never really going to back down on that. I never just really like, oh, well, maybe, or no, this is my child. Shut the fuck up. I never was once to, you know what I mean? I ain't never, I'm
So,
telling you flat out what I do allow and what I don't allow off tops. And me in that situation, I probably would have said something immediately. I ain't never been one to wait on nothing. I'm sorry. I'm going to let you know I don't allow that. This is what he can do. This is what he cannot do. And like you said, if you do it again, you know what I mean, then you won't see him.
right. And
But
that's why I
like I
was so
said,
thankful that Devin said it because I was not scared. Like Nita said, not scared. Oh, well, that's your baby and you're their advocate. I 100% agree. I am my baby's advocate. I was
right.
more so like,
You didn't want
our
to cause no problems.
no, I didn't give a fuck about causing problems. Our relationship was already rocky because this particular person did not understand like me breastfeeding. It
Oh,
was like
okay,
a
okay.
lot of already built up for
Right,
me, not for them,
right,
but for me, a
right.
built up of you just want to take me there because it was like when I was breastfeeding, it was always like, I don't know how to breastfeed, or she want this, or like the car
Hmm.
seat, they'll be like, she don't like the car seat. I'm like, how you know she don't like the car seat? So then when
Right,
I found out about the chicken bone, I was like, this ain't your kid, like this is my kid. But again, I've never had to deal with this type of situation, so I'm like, hey, you gotta talk to this person because if I do, I'm gonna unleash everything that ain't even important in this
right,
conversation. So
right.
you gotta do it. So that's why I made them do it. Now trust me, we went on to have another problem when they took a picture of Noelle. It was like she need her hair combed. Yeah, I flipped the fuck out. I flipped the fuck out because now Normandy and Mimi, y'all know I keep my kids dressed up like dolls at all time. She was joking because she was saying like I want to learn how to do hair. So when she was
Hmm.
saying Noelle needs her hair done, she was asking to do Noelle's hair. I
Hmm.
thought she was taking the picture to show me like you need to comb her hair.
Right.
She was trying to do it as like a conversation starter, like Noelle need her hair done, hoping I would say you can try or if you're comfortable, but I did
Hmm.
not read it as such. I'm like, why would you send me no message like my kid is she was dropped off by her daddy.
Yeah.
I do my kid's hair every time. If she's sitting in the house, she can look the way she looks.
Right,
Like
right.
I was so upset because I really take pride in the way that my children look at all times. So when she sent me that picture, oh baby, it was World War III in my mind. I was like, hell no, nah. I know you didn't tell me she need her damn hair done. But because we had already had a conversation about the chicken wing about 4 years earlier, this time
Hmm.
I was more so like, it's my time to shine, baby. I'm gonna say how I feel. And
Right,
she immediately understood because she was the one that came to me and was like, I apologize. Like that's not what I was saying. I was saying, can I comb her hair? Hey, I don't even play that. Don't play in my kids' hair. No,
yeah.
no, cannot.
Just like I said, normally just be direct. Like I said, I don't, they already knew who I was. Um, like I said, I never really have people. I don't have that problem, honestly. Like I said, I'm direct. You know what I mean? So it ain't even so much about being direct. I think people, people just gotta honestly stay in their lane. You know what I mean? And be respectful of other people and how they parent their children. Not
Yeah.
everybody parents the same. Not everybody does things the same. You may not agree with it, and that's okay. You know what I mean? But it's not your choice. It's not what,
Hold
girl?
on. Kim Mom say my
What,
husband and
girl?
I raised our stepdaughter and his sister, who doesn't have kids and wanted to be the cool aunt. So the sister was messing with the stepdaughter, wanted to be the cool aunt to the stepdaughter. And she gave her a thong for her 13th birthday. Kim Mom said I had to let her
Oh
know.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Baby.
you little baby, you are
Listen to me,
no.
girl.
No. That's what we not gonna do. You're not
A
gonna give my
thong.
motherfucking kids no nothing. No drugs, no thongs, no.
No
Oh,
drugs.
honey, just anything because you will have those people. Like I said, if it ain't that, it probably been some cigarettes or anything. You giving my baby a thong? Like, why would you do that? Are you telling her that it's okay to be
See, that's what
sexual?
yeah, we
Like,
really would have had to. Kim Mom said she still side eyes her. I need to know, Kim Mom.
bitch,
So,
I would too. Why
how
would you
did
do
your
that?
husband
And is
approach
you
this?
giving your
Because
own daughter thongs?
she
Bitch.
didn't have no kids. She wanted to be the cool auntie.
Oh no, ho. That's yeah.
Jamila
No.
said, I didn't start wearing a thong till I was 25, let alone
What?
13.
I still don't wear it. I'm 34. Shit, no.
That is extremely inappropriate. Extremely
Yes.
inappropriate. There's nothing that you need to be wearing a thong for. Like panty lines don't matter at 13. Thongs aren't even who's gonna
No.
nah baby. No. Yeah,
And then
sis
you
would
have
have
to
never
watch
been able
who
to
you
be
bring
around.
your kids around also. We
Yeah.
all have those family members and friends, you know what I mean, that are different from us, you know what I mean? And that builds character. I love going over to we love going over to our auntie's house that did differently than us, or our, you know what I mean, the grandma's or whoever house, you know what I mean? But you have to, now that I don't know, things are different now, you know what I mean?
You
I guess
can't
we was
bring your
used to that.
kids around anybody. You can't let them,
Yeah,
you
just
know.
because it is family, you have to watch who you
No,
having around your kids.
exactly. It is very, very, very
Absolutely.
important. And then I want to go back to, I think a comment Cece said that she would let the girlfriend do her hair. I would refuse. No way, Jose. I'm like so against it. I like, no, I don't care. I don't care. I don't
You
care.
said do
And
the hair. You don't like doing the hair. I was
no, I
like
would
that
not let the
too.
Playing in my
girlfriend.
kids' hair.
I would
I
not
was
let the
like that at first
girlfriend.
too.
I would
But
no,
now that
not
I
even.
sit
It's
back,
not even. No, let me finish. It's not even at first. I don't need you to do their hair because I feel like for me growing up with my step parents, we had the issue of she was like low key jealous of us. She
oh,
had
okay.
I you remember, you know who exactly what I'm talking about. Like they were low key
Hmm.
jealous of us, so they would do one way with their
Malicious
daughter's
shit
hair,
with your hair. Yeah.
and then don't play with my kids' hair. Like no, you want to
But
dress
if you
her?
gotta think like that though, if you got to get that deep into it, if I gotta think like you gonna be doing shit to my baby, because I don't even want to be thinking, you know what I mean, that
It's not
where
even a
you
thought. Like
doing my
since I
baby's
don't know
hair.
her,
You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? See, that's the thing. I want to get to know him too. I want to get to know the
yeah,
bitch.
yeah. No,
You know what I
definitely.
mean?
But
So
even
I can
then,
get a feel
going
of
into
vibe. You
it,
know what I mean? Because you don't want to be on no. Oh well,
no.
you can't touch my baby. You can't do. You
No,
don't want us.
even if we're cool and I get to know
Normally say
you,
don't touch my baby here. I
don't
heard that.
you can
Normally
dress
don't
her.
even let the grandmas do the hair. See, I let my kids' grandparents do that hair. The
No,
grandmas can do it. But
no.
Shanita brings up a good point. She says, I do my stepdaughter's hair since her mom doesn't. And going out in public, no one will talk about her if my kids are well put together and she isn't. So
Yeah, and
that's
I
a
get
good
that.
point.
I get that. That's what I
Yeah.
said. You know what I mean?
And
Like when
that
I
part,
was
yeah, I
with my
agree. But
ex,
since I'm a
he
parent who handles hers, trust and believe, you won't ever have to worry about that. You won't have to worry about that. As long as I'm the mama, you would never have. Now, there's other mothers, for different
yeah.
circumstances, they can't. Maybe they work the night shift. They're not able to do it, whatever the case may be. But for me, in my circumstances, my kids' dads, no one touches their hair but me. Now, you
Yeah,
want to get them
Dorothy's
dressed?
firm on that.
You want to
I
get
can't
them
even do their
I
dressed?
was
hair.
like that too. I get it.
I
You
can't
know,
even
No.
I
touch the girl's
understand.
hair.
But that's the
You want to
like
get
I
them
said, I was
dressed? Go
younger.
forward. You want to go shopping with them? You want to talk with them? You want to play with them? Yeah, you do everything you want, but don't touch their hair. That is
See,
no.
I try to make sure that I live by the code. Whenever my kids step out this house, whether they with me or not, I make sure that their hair is
Mhm.
combed.
Mhm.
However, there are things that happen. Maybe they slept a little rough. Maybe they've
Mhm.
just been over there for days. Because my kids like to go to their grandma's house
Vacate,
for
right?
days. And I personally would be offended if they went somewhere and my kid's hair was all over their head. So yes, I
Yeah,
appreciate you if you
yeah,
brush it up, baby. Please brush it
yeah.
up. Please,
It got so serious for me that I
Put a
put
little
my kids'
edge
hair
control
in
on my baby
protective.
hair.
I put their hair in protective styles now. Like when they go
Okay,
to
but
like, I
still
take
put
it.
my baby edges down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to
Mm-mm.
do
Put my
edges,
baby
so
but still
nobody's
try to
edges
put my
is
baby
down.
edges down. And look, that was me telling Normandy if they come over here, I'm gonna lay their edges down.
Mimi
It
don't even know how to do hair, y'all. Don't
That's
even
why I
listen to
said
her.
edges. I'm gonna lay their edges down.
no,
Period.
I do like that's
I'm
just a
just messing with
biggest.
you,
That's
Normandy.
my
I'm
biggest
not
pet
gonna mess with
peeve.
your baby's hair. Look, I don't even mean I don't have somebody do my hair. So
Yes, see, I agree. For instance, she went in a ponytail, needed to be refreshed. Yes, absolutely. Please refresh that goddamn ponytail. Do not play with me. Do not make sure that. Do not bring my kid back to me with the ponytail right here and a whole fro in the front and a fro in the back. Please don't play with me, because I'm gonna be blinking. I'm gonna say, "Where y'all go today?" If they said nowhere, they just came straight home. I'm cool. But if they say Walmart, my blood gonna be boiling. Because why the hell did you have them out like that? You could have
why
brushed
you
it.
ain't trying to put my baby hair in the ponytail?
Why are you playing with them? Why?
Yeah,
Because I don't leave
yeah,
my kids like that. I'm
yeah.
really particular about the way that my
But and I
kids look.
think the people that you with know the parent. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I never had nobody question me. They already knew my parenting style. They already knew what I had going on. You know what I mean? They knew my rules, my do's and don'ts. So I never had that problem. You know what I
right.
mean? So
Mm-mm.
like I said,
Normandy,
that
y'all.
one
Normandy's not
incident.
playing. It's a hell no for Normandy, y'all. It don't matter
And
how
I
much.
don't blame her. I
Yeah,
don't, because
she's one
growing
of
up,
them
mama didn't
people.
let nobody do our hair.
But
So
Normandy, she talk a good talk, but she walked it too. So her kids is always put together. Like we was just raised like that, y'all. Like I may look like a country bumpkin fool, but my kids gonna look like Barbies. I don't give a
Right.
damn. I don't care. You say we going one place, I gotta put a bow on their head. I gotta make sure they oiled up and smell like baby powder. They don't
yeah,
wear baby powder, but the scent of the lotion is baby. Okay. The,
right.
Yeah.
the clothes smell good. Cause see, when I pack their clothes, the clothes gotta smell good. I don't want nobody to open the bag and it smell like
Yeah.
ass.
So
I'm
uh
so
huh. Yeah.
particular. Like
I
I
agree.
want
That
my
is
kids to
me
look
to a
nice.
freaking T. When I drop my kids off to their dads, no one, because like you said, they're a reflection of us. So when they get dropped off, they will always say, "Yeah, normally got this." I may be crazy and tired and stressed out, but you would never tell when they get dropped off. You would never tell. They will be top notch always. Clean
Mhm.
clothes, clean face, nice hair. Period. It would never be different. It would never be different. And that's just how I am because like I said, I don't want them to ever perceive it as if like they ain't taken care of over here. So
So
when
do you think we
Yeah.
put too much on the clothes and name brand emphasis when it comes to
no,
our
because
children?
bullying is
And
real. Bullying is real. So no, I don't think so. I will.
so
Now
you
for
believe
me
in
as a
keeping your
girl,
kids in name brand clothes.
yeah, I will. And when they, especially when they, I
So
will.
not so much name brand
So y'all
clothes,
will, I'm saying, like standing in
Right
line for the
now they don't.
Jordans
Right now
and
it's like I don't have to
you
like focus
know,
just on name brand because they're in like they're in kindergarten and first grade and things like that. But as they get older, if they want it and it, I'm not gonna tell them. Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend like I won't care about
see,
name brand.
see,
Norby's girl, she has four girls. Her oldest is
Damn,
5. Huh?
go ahead.
No, Cece said, how old are they, Norby? Norby, tell her how old your crew is,
I got
baby.
kids, okay.
She wants to know how old your
she
crew
said,
is.
tell how screw is. Write
She
it
Listen,
got a
down, sis.
5-year-old.
I got kids that are walking and I got kids that are in diapers.
She got a how old is Robbie? 6?
She will be 6 in a
She
couple,
got to be
like in 2 weeks.
6.
She's about to. Okay, but yes. So
She
I
don't
have
want
a
to tell y'all.
6-year-old.
They stair step.
Mm-hmm. See,
They stair step. Just know that. She got a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 1-year-old, and a baby. But she comb all their hair. The 5-year-old and the 4-year-old, she don't play. Let's just put it like that. She don't play. But see, me, I don't. To take it back to the conversation, I don't care about name brand because baby, Tarjay, Old Navy, Oshkosh B'gosh, like those are my type of stores. I really do shop anywhere for my kids though. So if I see something that I like, I just grab it. I'm not so much about the name brand. I'm for the cleanliness. Like I want my kids to look clean, sharp, and well put together, and I really want their confidence to shine. So it don't matter. It don't matter what they have on as far as the brand. It just matters what they have on. Okay. So they're gonna have a bow. They're gonna have everything's gonna be coordinated, everything's gonna be matching, everything's gonna be right. But it could have came from Walmart, and baby, I don't give a damn. It's gonna look like it came from Gucci. I don't care about that. Sometimes the Gucci clothes are ugly. Okay, let's just.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm back. My fault, y'all.
Yeah, you can be cute without the name brands. Name brands isn't a requirement, especially for girls. Like I feel like it depends on the sex. Like if I had a son, it might have to be a little bit more name brands than
Hello.
not. Yeah, we can hear you, Mimi.
Okay, I'm sorry, my fault.
It could be more name brand than not for the boys, just because they have to wear, like some of the popular
See, you
boy
sound like my baby
brands.
daddy. That's how he
Because
is.
it's
He's
because
so
boy
big.
clothes
No,
are
look.
ugly. Boy clothes
Okay,
are
no, no,
ugly.
no, they're not ugly. See, he wants him to have everything name brand on, from his socks to his drawers to his head to his shoes. But mind you, my child himself can't tell you nothing name brand. He can't tell you no name brand. He can't tell you, he doesn't even give a damn about it for that matter. You see what I'm saying? So me going out, trying to
Mhm.
stand in line to get a Jordan because that's what well, that's what he's supposed to have, quote unquote. And no, when he can treat it like it costs, and you know what I mean, then maybe I will. Of course I will buy him, you know what I mean, nice things, but I'm not going to. I'm sorry, I'm not going to break the bank on trying to keep up with the latest trends in the fashion,
I
and
agree
he
with
doesn't
India.
know, and he
She
doesn't
said,
he
I agree
doesn't
with
care.
India. I agree with her when she said that H&M, Zara, whatever, but the shoes, I agree
Oh
wholeheartedly.
no,
And
he
Not
ain't
the
never
shoes.
heard.
the thing is, I like my kids to look nice, but I shop off season, so they gonna be
True.
in the best of the
Yeah.
best. But I shop
Yeah.
off season, so
I'm
like
not
right
breaking the
now,
bank.
yeah, I already got their summer stuff for next summer.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like it's a big disparity when it comes to girl clothes versus boy clothes. I can easily find them the cutest pieces like
Yeah.
that. With boys, you do got a little bit more digging, because when I have my future son, baby, he gonna be fresh to death.
Yeah,
So I'm
but
gonna
he's
have to
15
put.
and he doesn't he ain't he when he starts really caring, and when I say caring, I mean liking girls, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
he don't give a damn
But do you think it's a
now.
confidence thing? Because I just feel like when you
No,
look better,
I
you,
don't think
you
it's a
feel better.
confidence thing. I think he just ain't tripping about what his clothes is, y'all.
But see,
He ain't.
Buddha doesn't, because your son. Sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
mean to say his name. He already knows his worth, and he already has that instilled in him. Like,
Right. So he's just
and
very
boys usually
comfortable,
don't
and
care as much.
yeah,
They
he's
don't. They
very
be like,
comfortable in his he will wear his socks with his sandals, girl. I mean with his flip flops, with his
just like
Nike
most boys.
slides. You know what I mean? So he's not really tripping with his basketball. He'd rather have basketball shorts and a t-shirt. Like he's not finna be worried about no latest Jordan, Gucci, and
Mhm.
he ain't coming to me with that. Now he is coming to me with the games and that type of stuff, the movies and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Now if he showed interest in that, then maybe I would. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't show interest in all the latest fashion and stuff like that, or because he ain't got no girlfriend yet, then
Right.
I ain't finna break my neck and trying to stand in no line to make sure he has the latest shoes and the latest and spend all of that money. I just he
No,
will look nice and clean and smell good, but
now that's a big one. That's a big one. I'm very big on looking good and smelling good, but I just feel like it's a really big confidence thing, especially with my girls, because I've always did the same routine with them. I've always made sure that they had a certain look when they leave the house. Even if we just rushing to go to the store, my youngest will flip the fuck out. Y'all know this. She's like, no, I don't have I gotta bring my bow. Like, she knows that
she checks her clothes every day, honey,
she gets
with
dressed
her purse.
every day, grabs her purse down from the head to the toe. So she knows, like, you're not about to, you did not just say we about to run up the street. Like, why you didn't put a bow on my head? Especially if she see that Noelle has a bow on her hair. She's like, why Noelle look better than me? So it's just a confidence thing. Like, I want my kids to look nice. Now they can look nice and fresh death in Walmart. I don't care, but they still gonna look nice. I I'm never gonna dispute it. And if they ever
Right.
say that they want something, I'm gonna get it for them. But that's
Yeah.
just how we was raised. We've
True.
always been raised to look our best. Period. Point blank. My daddy did not play that. Like he had a very pet peeve about his kids not looking right. Now he was the cheapest man alive. He was a frugal shopper, but we would always look our best. Okay, always
Yeah.
look our best and always smell our best. That's it. Period. Point blank. And my kids will always do the same. They are a reflection of me, and I just don't want no one to be like, "How dare her have her kids out here looking like that?" I don't ever want to hear that.
Well, now mine's a teenager, so I tell him you are a reflection of you.
India says
So
she
if
not buying
you,
a sixth grader a lace front wig. No, my sixth grader is not.
oh hell no, who doing that, India? Oh, honey, no. You wearing your hair. Now you can get some braids. I'm not with. See, I didn't wear weave until I was probably in middle school, and we didn't have lace fronts and all that they have now. We only had braids, so that
Yeah,
was the only weave I could put in my hair. I didn't wear no full lace front until I was grown. So
right.
these sixth graders, the seventh graders, the eighth graders really do be having lace front. I didn't get all of that. These babies, I didn't have weave in my hair. They put weave all in the kids' hair at a young age. I don't know. Everybody different, I guess, when it comes to parenting. But mm, no, you ain't getting no lace front over here, honey. Sit your ass on down.
I barely could get a silk press in sixth grade. Ain't no way I'm getting a
Mm-mm. Like I
wig
said, braids. That's all you get. No, you gonna do your own hair.
for real.
You can get you some twisties. You know, remember the twisties?
All right, so
Uh,
bringing it to the next topic of parenting, how do y'all feel about dating and parenting? When do you feel like it's a good time to introduce your kids to a significant other that you're dating or you're trying to start a new relationship with? And in terms of, do you even talk to men who have certain, they have kids, or do you prefer men who don't have kids or only a certain amount of kids? Like, how do you navigate the whole parenting and dating?
mm, well, me personally, I don't want a man with a lot of kids, but if it happens, I ain't gonna lie, I don't, y'all. I got one kid, so I feel like that'll be a lot on me. That's just too much. Maybe two or three. I don't want a whole bunch of baby mamas either. That's just a lot, you know. As far as introducing the kids, I feel like you gotta, you know what I mean, feed that out a little bit.
Yeah,
Know if it's going serious or not, or know what it is that y'all going for. If y'all booty calling, or you know what I mean, just hooking up for the moment, or you dating multiple people at that time, or you know what I mean, are y'all getting serious? Do y'all want to be serious with each other? You know what I mean? Do you know him like that, or do you know her like that?
right. Cece said,
You
I don't
know?
mind dating a man with kids, but you're not meeting mine right off rip.
Yeah, you're not mean mine right off the rip either. Because y'all don't know how long you're going to be around. I may not like you like that. For real, for real. I got to see if I like you like that. That's how I look at it.
And how India said, I feel like men be wanting to introduce their kids from the beginning. I'd be like, damn, can we get to know each other first? This is so
Yes.
true. Like, I do feel like
Yes.
men are way more comfortable introducing you to their kids. And hear me out,
Mm-hmm.
y'all. Before y'all be like, Audrey, what the hell? A lot of men do it just for gain. Speaking from
Mm-hmm.
someone, my daddy had us meet all the hoes, all the hoes. And trust me, baby, we had to be on our best behavior because it got him hoes. He'd be like, yeah, here go my three daughters. And it's nothing cuter than looking at three little kids with a single daddy. So the hoes was going, toot, toot. And we wasn't
That's
nothing but
ridiculous.
pines. We didn't even like them. We would talk big shit about them after we left. Like, daddy, who is that? We don't like her. And sometimes he would take our advice because we'd be like, daddy, I don't like her. I don't want her to be our mama. But see, when he got in serious relationships, he would still push us in the forefront. He'd be like, call her mama. No, we not calling your whole mama. Like he used to always try to. Nora, do you remember that? He used to always try to like get us to
Yeah.
win his girl over. Like we always had to be the it factor for him. Like if anything else
Hmm.
didn't work, he was gonna throw us in the mix.
Very true. Men know what they're doing when it comes to the kids and dating. They do use us as pawns. For me, I don't. I feel like it would be a feeling that tells you yes or no, meaning kiss. For me, I want to keep it separate. Like I would be so content and happy if you never met my kids. Like I'm at that
Right.
space where it's like
Normally.
I'm so serious, y'all. Like I don't want to, and I'm gonna be so transparent. And y'all might cuss me out, but y'all know I'm always the one that's different in thinking. I don't want another man, meet another man about their kids. Like I don't care about your little kids anymore. I don't want to know.
Well, goddamn.
I don't want to
Bitch, tell us
know.
how you really
I
feel,
don't care.
Normally.
Like I don't care about little Timmy. I don't want to know little Timmy's favorite color. I don't want to know his
So,
favorite meals.
how long do you think that's going to go on if it's going to get serious,
I
Normally?
feel
Exactly. Nita said, "How would that work though, Normandy?"
it apparent like you know what it's about. You like what does that man say? You know why you here. Like it's I don't need you to be a daddy to my children because they have fathers. I don't need you
So
to.
you
I
just
don't
want him there for you.
pretty much, and I want somebody who can be
But
so.
he can't build. You
I don't
do you
want you to
want
be
more
my
kids
kid.
with him? So
At
you
this
just
point,
you keep his he gonna keep his kids separate, and
you
you gonna
sure
keep your
can
kids
because I don't
separate.
care about your
Oh,
kid's
baby.
favorite meal. I don't care about little Timmy's night light. I don't want to remember his birthday. I don't want to be another stepmama. Like no, I have no desire. I
Normally,
have no desire. I'm so.
why
If
though?
y'all
Girl, the
knew,
comments, they got questions, baby. The
if
comments got questions. They said, so no marriage? Cause how that gonna
That's
work
what
with
I'm trying to
me?
figure out too. Nita, what's
y'all, when
going
I
on,
tell
sis?
you, when you get to a space where it's just like, okay, I'm
Sis in a
tired.
bad space right
Like,
Did
now.
somebody get this person out of here? Oh, let me do it
Who?
on my phone. Y'all,
Who?
somebody, I don't know if my mods are in here. I'm gonna do it.
Who is it? Cuss them out first, then get them out.
I can't
you're
read the
weird.
name. It's KILL, all black people. I
I
hope.
see it. Girl, where are they coming from?
So on YouTube, there's like a button that's you press that says live. So anyone that's on live, you can find. So it's like these people that come in and they say stuff.
Oh,
But
mute your motherfucking ass up.
your A, it's YOURE because you are is a conjunction. You got to put those words together, baby. So when you do you or YOUR, you didn't do anything. You took ownership. So you are a waste of time because you took ownership of that, not I.
Period.
Dumbass bitch. Oh, I can't
No,
stand
so I
people
don't
that
want to
do
get.
that.
So answer Anita's question. No, I don't want marriage. I don't want
She
to.
do. Catch her in
No,
6 months. Catch her in about a year.
no,
And we're gonna have this conversation again.
hell no, India. No, I ain't living.
Yes.
No,
She talking about
no,
so y'all never gonna live together.
no, because no,
So
no.
girl, that ain't you ain't thinking realistically normally, so you
Yes,
ain't gonna
I
never do it to the man at
am.
your house.
Yes,
No,
He ain't never gonna come
listen.
right? Like,
over.
how is that gonna work? Like, because I
Y'all
feel like
gonna be
you can't
booty calling at
fully.
his
No, we're
house,
not going to
like
be bully. No, I didn't say this. Is we're not going to be booty calling. None of that. I'm simply saying keep your kids at your house, and I'll keep my kids at my house. We can have date night movies. We can hang out.
But how would you really feel like you could love someone?
Who said anything about love, baby? I don't want love. Like who
you just
said?
trying to
For
kick
a
it.
good time, you
No,
just
I
here
don't
for
even
a
want a
Yeah,
good
you
good
just trying to
time.
time.
have fun.
No, I just want something with nothing serious, and I don't even feel like this is just like a
But girl, you
temporary.
sure got me sitting over here like
Lee Green said he better have some good money getting all them damn hotel rooms
No,
in
why would we
for
have to
Nashville.
get?
real
No, I'm
because
not
it's
that
gonna be
type.
like
No, look, Green. I'm not no hotel. Fuck
what's that
now.
type? Shit, ain't nothing wrong with a little hotel. You could I love a little hotel.
No, I don't need
You
a
can
hotel.
role play in a hotel. You can put on a wig and be a whole
Bitch,
different person. You
okay.
can go on the
Stop
scene. You will
playing.
never just. It would never
I
just be
mean,
a
date
whole
nights
thing.
sometimes, but I'm not gonna just be purposely meeting up at a
So
hotel.
you
Shit,
don't even want how you gonna you're not gonna talk about the kids?
no, we don't. What for?
You ain't even
But
gonna
what
say
if
that
he's
about
a
your
deadbeat?
kids.
What if y'all never talk about kids and he's
That's
a
not my
deadbeat?
problem because I'm not trying to change lives. I'm not
Damn,
trying to change.
I think you gotta think this through, sis. I really
She
think you
ain't
gotta
thinking
think
it
this
through, y'all. We
through.
gonna have this same conversation in about a year.
Have I?
Y'all, we gonna
You
bring
don't
this
think that
whole
through.
video back. She
Because
going through
you
some
gonna think you
things.
casually dating somebody, and then somebody gonna come to you, woman, a
Do
woman
you
in your
understand
inbox.
the idea of me having to? No, the idea once you become a step parent already. Maybe because you guys haven't been step parents, so you guys kind of don't understand like what the basis of what I'm coming from. I've already been a step parent and been there and done that, and I still
Oh,
have
it's
those,
stressful. You know what I mean?
and I
Ain't no
still
lie
have those
there,
bonds.
but
I still have those bonds with those kids. So let's just do the math. Let's hear me out. I have my kids, right? And then I have my
mm-hmm.
stepkids. Even though we're not together, they are still like a part of my life. So I have my kids plus those kids. Now I'm gonna meet somebody else and I gotta be more welcoming to those kids. Hell no.
But
Yeah,
what
that
if you
is. I never
genuinely
thought
like
about
the
that.
man, though?
No.
I feel like
But
if
I
you,
feel what Normandy's saying, because there's a lot of people that step into people's lives and take that role in as the step parent, and then you break up and the kids never hear from the step parent again. So I get Normandy on that part. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but
damn, I
I
got
feel like
these
if
kids
you're
over
thinking
here.
about
Like,
the end, you will never see. If you're thinking about the what if,
true,
you never really fall in love. Like, I'm not gonna be thinking about shoulda, coulda, woulda. I'm really gonna put my all in this, and I'm gonna manifest because you are speaking spells. You are speaking your life into existence. So if you are
true.
thinking and conjuring up the
I never
end
said
or
I
what
don't want
could
to
be,
be. See, don't like literally overthink it completely. What I'm saying, like I'm conjuring up that I'm going to be alone. I only want a man with no kids. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just simply saying that I
Sorry.
am not wanting to meet little Timmy Turner. I don't care to meet little Timmy Turner. And
Normandy, you was crazy,
the
man.
next man she date, his son ain't gonna be Tim, and I'm gonna fall out.
Yeah.
I'm like, Lord, you done said the words Tim, and now you done met a Tim.
no, I
Yep.
do not. The desire, like, it's not there, and I don't even have the desire to meet my kids. Like, I don't
I
know.
mean, I feel like I want my next man to be older to where his kids is my age. I don't want no little bitty kids. That I don't want that little kid shit. I'm sorry. Your kids, I don't want to deal with no
Mimi,
little
if his
kids and a
kids are
whole bunch.
your age, can we do the
We just
math to how, when did he have them? At 16,
look.
17, 25?
That's
Like,
how.
how
Look,
old?
we cool. He's fine. That's the age. That's the age I'm trying to get. I ain't trying to deal with no little. I just had a baby, newborn baby, and I got a five. I ain't nobody trying to deal with no 5-year-old. I ain't trying to deal with no little bitty. And if they ain't my age, I'll take 18, 19, headed out the door.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
out the door, shit. Cause mine's headed out the door. You know what I mean? Let's just do our time. Let's travel. I ain't got to worry about babysitting and oh the baby mama and this baby mama. Ain't nobody got time for all that shit. Come on, let
Nene
me
said,
find
Mimi,
somebody.
he's going to be in hospice.
No, he's not. No, he's not,
Cece
y'all.
said, "No, I don't want to date my parents' age group because that's what she's knocking on, y'all. Like she's not. She don't.
That's not. I feel like you can get a nice, mature, at least 45, 50. There's nothing wrong with
No,
that, y'all.
no, that motherfucker old. No,
That's not old, y'all.
if he's
That's not old.
45 with a 33-year-old child, I'm
Well, no,
concerned.
I'm saying not 30, not all. I'm just saying 45, 50 years old. That's not bad, y'all. I don't want a little bitty ass kids. I don't want a whole bunch of baby mamas.
See, if you
I'm
have
cool on
little
all that.
kids, then I can bring my kids around and be like,
No,
"Hey, hey."
no, no, no. You done made me get put like sorry, sorry. No, like I said, that's just too. It's too stressful. It's too much. It's
Yeah,
just
Cece
way
said
too
maybe you
much.
mean a child who at least 21. Yeah, I think that's the right age.
Yeah.
Lee said 45, 50 ain't that bad. I was thinking she was gonna say 63 or 64.
45, 50 ain't that bad, y'all. They got some nice looking 45, 50
No,
year
I
old
don't think
man
that's
out
bad.
here.
I was sticking to the
I'm
math
trying to
of
think
when you
about the
said
man.
they
He
need to be
was
conscious, not
because I had to think about a man that I dated. That's what made me say that. And his daughter was my age.
how that
And
go.
he looked good. He looked real good.
Well, I don't think that
He
the
was
age has
fine.
anything to
Look,
do.
he was fine, fine.
Yeah.
So I was like, sitting like, where's your daddy at? Girl. Looked at me
You said
like,
where's
bitch.
his daddy at?
Where's your
I mean,
daddy at? Like,
my
bitch, and
daddy
that's
pulled
on
a
everything.
my daddy pulled a lady that's like 20 years younger than him, so I guess it just, hey, you
These
can't
And
men
I
control
guess
it.
these
I'm
nice
very,
looking
very
men.
protective
He's
of the
already
fact.
older, established. The kids is grown. You ain't got to worry about all of that, y'all. These little bitty ass kids and diapers and my baby mama
Yeah.
this and my baby mama. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that bullshit. My
But see,
child is
y'all, my daddy
16 and
was miserable because she was younger than him. So although we were grown, she had a teenage son, and he was like, "Fuck, now I know how this feel." Because remember, he was always the one with the kids, so he like, damn, like he couldn't get jiggy with it. But then they ended up having a kid together. So my little brother, but yeah, he went through it trying to learn how to like be a step parent because he was always just the parent.
And I think for me, if I ever was to meet somebody, it for me having girls, I'm just very hesitant of just bringing anybody around them. And I don't want to be like how Audrey mentioned about our childhood, where we just saw women come and go, come and go. I don't want them seeing their mother have men come and go, come and go. So it's like I'm going to just keep that part of my world separate until I know that is something serious, something for real, because I don't want them to get the would you say? I don't want them to get the impression that, this mommy got a new man. Mommy got a new man. Like, I don't want that idea for them. So they're just girls, so I'm very protective of that. But
Yeah.
until then, no. I don't want to meet your kids because you're damn sure not gonna meet mine.
Cece wants to know how was your relationship or friendship with the daughter that was in her 20s, Mimi?
I don't think she's
hello. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh God, it sounds terrible on my end. Hold on.
Is your phone about to die? Yep. Okay, y'all. Well, we've been on here for an hour and 17 minutes. Let me see if Mimi call back in before we wrap it up. 'Cause I don't know. I just can't believe, Norma, you ain't gonna you team F them kids
I'm
all the way,
completely team F the kids. Like I don't
all
want
the
to meet
way.
new Timmy. Hell, I barely want to meet a man. I don't even care about his favorite color either. So
That's not nice. Mimi,
Hello.
yeah, we can
Can
hear
y'all
you.
hear me?
Yeah, was your phone
Sorry,
about to
I
die?
gotta put my phone. No, it's not. I gotta put my phone on do not disturb because honey,
Oh yeah, or put it on airplane mode.
yeah.
Yep. Well, we've been on here for over an hour, hour 18 minutes, so we can go ahead and wrap it up. We do have some topics that people wanted us to talk about. Um, we had one person send us a DM of a video about how black love has been hyped up like on TV when we're little, what we see it as, but then now that we're grown, what we see black love as far as like love and hip hop and marriage boot camp and stuff like that. So we may be doing a reaction to that video as well and talking about
Oh
that.
shit. I'm
But we
just
really,
not seeing the comments, Pooh. Somebody
oh,
asked how was my relationship and friendship with the wife.
yeah.
It was a long. We're better now. Let's just say that we are better now.
No, not with the
Well,
wife. It was with
well
the
who?
daughter. The daughter
What daughter?
that was in her
Oh,
20s.
oh shit! It wasn't no relationship. I just went to school with her. Look, I just went to school with her. That's all. Wasn't no relationship.
Hold on. Hold on. Lee Green, untime out lovely vibes. I think you meant to time out the other person. No, India, I didn't watch the video in its entirety. I sent it to my sisters though. Did y'all watch the video link?
What?
The one that I sent you. It's of the I sent it to you on Thursday or Friday.
Oh, girl, I probably didn't.
I know you did. It was titled The False Promise of Black Love, Part One.
Mm-mm.
And it was like Beyonce and Jay Z in the thumbnail. It's right in our group chat. So no, we haven't watched it yet, but we're gonna watch it. And don't forget to give us some more topics of which I want to talk about. I think that we want to start like strawberry letters, like where y'all tell us like some crazy stories and we react to it. I've always wanted to do that. That's like on my bucket list. I want to hear y'all crazy stories that we can react to. So if y'all got some, send them to us so we can talk about them on the strawberry letter. But we ain't gonna call it strawberry letter. What we gonna call it, y'all?
I don't know. Yeah, like, we can't be. It can't be strawberry letter.
It can't. That's somebody else's thing. We'll figure it out. But without further ado, we thank you guys so much for tuning in to week 5. Like I said when we started, I can't believe we at week 5. It's been flying by, but we've been having so much fun. I hope y'all
We
continue.
have. I'm so glad y'all here.
Yes, tell a friend, share our lives, tell people to tune in
Right.
Monday. We want y'all to start calling in. We always post a link, call in,
Yeah. Call
the
in. Talk to
conversation.
us.
Miss
No
Birdie likes it
judgment
was a
here.
great
We just
live.
talking about life. We just talking. Y'all more than welcome to chime in.
Yeah. Because we all sisters, and if we got some men over here, you are bro.
Yeah, as long as y'all respectful in the comments.
Right. But y'all, it's Sunday night. We're gonna wrap it up here. Have a good night, y'all.
Good night.